Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about apologies. Apologies and guilt and hoping for a better past. And how to flip it around, especially in conversations and how we deal with other humans. It should be a bit of a short video, but we'll see where we roll with this. So first of all, if we look at the whole idea of apologizing, of being sorry, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry you hurt Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jimmy, you hurt. It means a lot. It conveys plenty of messages that are deeply ingrained in our society. If we look at it first, and the most important is hoping for a better past. It's like, I'm so sorry this has happened, and I wish it didn't, but it did. So you can see certain pointlessness, certain toxicity in how embedding such idea in how you think may be detrimental in how you perceive your future. Because the moment you apologize, you bring yourself into a vibration of guilt. So that's the first thing. Second is the aspect of social contract. You're supposed to apologize. If you wronged somebody, you're supposed to apologize for that and say you're sorry. That's one of the first lessons many mothers give their children. A child is crying, you say sorry to the child because you obviously made it cry. Them, her, him. And it doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't change anything. Okay, he said sorry to me, now I'm supposed to stop crying. He atoned for his sins. You see where it leaves you? You're trying to impose a punishing ritual onto somebody, made them say sorry, made them admit that they are bad. It doesn't bring you anywhere. It just brings down the other person. If we go back to the core of what the message people are trying to send, they are trying to be recognized. They are trying to have their suffering acknowledged. Not necessarily by you saying sorry. There are other ways. And I'm not going into any specific example for a reason here, which is kind of tricky navigating those abstract waters. There are other ways of acknowledging somebody's problem. Without going into the field of guilt. One of the ways that you may notice some cheeky kids trying is, Jimmy calls Sheila stupid, and mom says, say sorry to Sheila. Sorry, you're stupid, right? It's shifting the blame into an objective situation. Like, this has happened. Sorry you're hurting. It's not, I'm not apologizing for hurting you. I am sorry you're hurting. This was an accident. This wasn't an act of will. Therefore, there's nothing to be sorry about from the perspective of my person, from the perspective of my will, who I am. Second way of acknowledging somebody's emotions is trying to help them. So, I can see you're hurt. Is there anything I can do for you to ease your suffering? This way you're not placing yourself in a position of atonement. It's you're reaching out, trying to help a person. It's a completely different vibration. Okay, you can also try to talk it out. What I mean by that is listen to a person and ask them how they feel about it, to let them vent this anger without taking it in. right? So let them kind of vent this emotion, let it out, work through it, so it clears. And while they're doing that, help them acknowledge that should they carry this emotion with them, it will be them who carry the burden, not you. So if they're trying to punish you, don't call it punishment, but if they are trying to put the blame on you, just maintain the poker face or poker vibration of 0 point, and just let them spill it out, right? Let them cleanse it and keep going that, yes, this is a strong emotion, but this is not something you want to identify yourself with. It's not an emotion that you want to walk through your life carrying on your shoulders, because it's you who carries the burden. It's probably not an easy conversation to have if you just crashed somebody's car, but in subsequent conversations, when emotions run their course, it is a possible angle to kind of help in a therapeutic sense. Okay, so this is how to deal with the whole emotion that could cause an apology. Second, what we need to think of is the idea of apology itself. I already mentioned this is a hope for better past. And you will see the word apology appearing in professional context. Apologies for being late to the meeting. Apologies for missing your email. Or apologies for not fulfilling my responsibilities. That is toxic in a couple of ways. First, it places the person who pointed out whatever shortcoming there was, whether objective or subjective, places this person as some sort of prosecutor, places a wall between, a barricade between you and this person. They are the attacker, you're the defender. And that's not how you will build a successful working relationship, or even in personal life. In whatever relationship, whenever you're about to say apology, this is misinterpreting the intent. Now, I never recommend speculating on intent, but giving the benefit of the doubt to this person will always pay off. So instead of thinking of them as the attacker, think of them as the helper. They're trying to help you understand something that you may have missed. So instead of, sorry, I completely did something terrible here and I shouldn't have, go, wow, thanks for pointing that out. Next time I'll do it better. In fact, go a bit further, saying, you know what, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have noticed it. I need to bring it to your boss, because this actually, it helps me save 2 hours of work every day. So that's awesome. This way, instead of building a barricade, you're building a handshake. Right, and that's a big win. In any professional relationships, you will notice that instead of causing stress, you build friendships, and people will be happier to help you. People are the subject of help is a huge subject. I'm sure I'll be touching on that a lot. But in this case, you're building a relationship of help, a relationship that allows the other person to feel good about themselves. See what's happening? When a person helps another person, they feel virtuous, they feel great. I just made a difference in somebody else's life. Whereas when they point out a mistake and they get an apology instead, they go, that's a low vibration. They were trying to help, and what they're getting back is is an apology, which places them in a vibration they don't want. They already see this relationship as tainted by this low vibration. All right, so instead of apology, recognize the person's contribution to your success. That's all there is. If there's toxicity in this, in their intent, it will backfire on them. It doesn't concern you. If somebody points something out just to dig a hole under you, it doesn't concern you anymore. It just, what's the saying? Water off duck's back, it just slides off. It's like a darker entity trying to attack somebody on high vibration. It just doesn't work. Okay, we might just cover the subject. So remember, instead of apologizing, recognize this person's contribution, thank them for it, and the world will become a better place. The more you give credit, the more it comes back to you. As always, thanks for being here.